All right, welcome in once again to the DDSN MLB Diamond Betting Show. We were red hot last night, had a great day, only 3 games, but we still knocked it out of the park, with our only loss being the Arizona Diamondbacks. They ended up getting killed, but no big deal. Like I said, I'm heading to the Valero, Texas Open today, so I'm going to do this quickly and probably won't be able to post a bunch of shorts. The diehards, this one's for y'all that check out the YouTube full episode. So let's get into today's games. But first, let's run through our record. Record is in the description, so you can check it out. But we're up plus 10.21 units. It's a beautiful start to the season. And like I said, let's hope we can continue that. We got the rapid fire. Let's get started. All right, first game, Los Angeles Dodgers minus 250. Emmett Sheehan on the mound against the Washington Nationals plus 223. Miles Michaelis on the mound. Nothing for me here. Dodgers are massive favorites. Their offense does hit well against Michaelis, but the run line was like minus 160, so total pass for me. I didn't even look at the team total for the Dodgers, but if that's something you want to bet on and a game that you want to watch early today, check out the Dodgers team total over. Not an official play for me. All right, next game, St. Louis Cardinals plus 152. Michael McGreevy on the mound at the Detroit Tigers. I believe they're opening their home series, and they've got Tigers are minus 168 with Framber Valdez on the mound. Valdez, a little shaky in his first start. Massive favorite at home, 168. I don't think so. We've been backing this Cardinals team. It hasn't been pretty, but they've been getting us a couple underdog wins, and we're going back to the well with the Cardinals. St. Louis plus 152. I like them to get the upset. Michael McGreevy undervalued here. Give it to me. Next game, Miami Marlins plus 151 with Yuri Perez on the mound against the New York Yankees minus 167. Will Warren on the mound. Warren's a pretty big favorite here. This Yankees offense is off to a tremendous start, but for me, I think we get a pitching duel here. Pitching duel, travel. Both teams have been, Marlins were at home. Now they're traveling. Same thing with the Yankees. They've been on the road. This is their home opener, but I like this one. Buyer beware. I like this one first 5 under 4 runs plus 100 even money. I also like the Marlins to pull the upset here. They're the underdog, little sneaky pick here. I'm not 100% confident with this because it is the Yankees home opener, but the Marlins have been sneaky, and Will Warren minus 167. I don't think he's totally earned that just yet, but a lot of that has to do with the Yankee offense. But I like the Marlins plus 151. Let's throw a flyer in there and see what happens. All right, next game is San Diego Padres plus 107 with Michael Kim on the mound against the Boston Red Sox minus 118. Sonny Gray on the mound. Gray pitch, what was that, Saturday? Now he's already, yeah, I guess that's about right, 6 days. So who do we want? I don't like this game. I don't like anything here. I looked at the total. I could see both of these pitchers getting beat up, and who knows, maybe Sonny Gray bounces back and locks in. I just don't see it happening. I don't want anything to do with the Red Sox offense right now. Hopefully Sonny Gray can bounce back, but I don't like anything here. I don't like the Padres. Padres aren't out hot. And again, Red Sox as a favorite. I get it. Home opener. I could see them winning, finally breaking through, but at the same time, the data is just not there. Like, they haven't hit the baseball. So we have to wait and see. It's a pass for me. Next game, Toronto Blue Jays minus 198. Dylan Cease on the mound against Grant Taylor and the Chicago White Sox plus 178. Huge favorite here for Dylan Cease. He's off to a great start this season, of course. But I kind of lean towards the White Sox playing an upset. Yes, the Blue Jays did lose their series against the Rockies, so I do expect them to be pretty locked in for this. But at the same time, that's a huge road favorite for Dylan Cease against his old team. I just didn't get there with the White Sox. We still don't know that much about Chicago. Yeah, you could throw a blind flyer on the White Sox going up against their old pitcher, Dylan Cease. I mean, it's been a while. He did play for the Padres, now that I'm remembering. Yeah, nothing for me here. It was a total pass. Next game, Cincinnati Reds plus 149. Brady Singer on the mound against the Texas Rangers. Rangers are minus 165 with Mackenzie Gore. I know Gore had an outstanding first start of the season, but a minus 165 favorite. It is a home opener for the Rangers. It's a home game, but that's a huge number there for Mackenzie Gore. And Brady Singer's actually pitched pretty well against the Rangers in the past. So I kind of like the upset here with the I like the upset with the Cincinnati Reds. Again, we got a few ugly dogs here. So you just have to either, we can't just be riding favorites all the time. So I do like this. I think the Reds can pull an upset. They're on a little losing streak, but Rangers are coming off of a bad loss against the Orioles. So I just don't think Mackenzie Gore's all the way there to be this large of a favorite. I'll take the Reds, and I think they can get some runs in on Mackenzie Gore. Next game, Phillies minus 195, Aaron Nola on the mound against the Colorado Rockies, plus 175, Michael Lorenzen on the mound. I like this one to go over the total. Yes, we've talked about this Rockies offense, and the Phillies offense hasn't really shown up, but Phillies are on a 2-game win streak, and because of their offense finally waking up. So I think both of these pitchers can get roughed up, and they have been roughed up by each other's teams in the past. So I like this one over 10 runs, minus 118. I also like the Rockies to pull the upset. Home opener for Colorado. And I know Aaron Nola's on the mound, but he was shaking his first start. And like I said, if both of these teams are scoring runs, anybody can win. It's just a huge favorite for Aaron Nola on the road. The Rockies plus 175. I think they've got some momentum. Next game, Tampa Bay Rays minus 106 with Joe Boyle against the Minnesota Twins minus 104. Bailey Ober on the mound. Twins home opener. Twins at home this weekend, coming off of a great win yesterday. We called it. We were all over the Twins yesterday. But 106, 104, that's a pretty tight line there. I do lean towards the Twins, but again, we need to see more from that offense going forward. And I honestly don't know that much about Joe Boyle pitching for the Rays. I really don't. So that's one I just want to wait and see how each pitcher does, and how this Twins offense, if they could capitalize and build off of that great win yesterday. So it's a pass for me, nothing here. Next game, Chicago Cubs minus 119, Cade Horton on the mound against the Cleveland Indians. The Guardians plus 108 with Joey Cantillo on the mound. Cade Horton, I'm pretty sure he got drafted as a shortstop out of Oklahoma. Now he's a starting pitcher. That's something I didn't know. But yeah, he's a road favorite. This Cubs offense has been a little dicey to start the season, even at home. Some of that had to do with the weather. I don't blame it on the weather, but some people kind of they will. But why are our Indians underdogs again? I'm not understanding the disrespect to the Cleveland Indians to their start to the season. So I've got the Guardians plus 108. I just don't understand why they're still underdogs in every single game, but they keep winning every single game. So give me the Indians plus 108, win or lose. I like this play with the Indians. Just it's pricing with me, and I don't think anybody besides us is believing in this Indians team. Next game, Baltimore Orioles minus 120. Kyle Bradish on the mound against the Pittsburgh Pirates plus 109. Mitch Keller on the mound. This is a pretty good pitching matchup, actually. I thought it was so good. I'm going with the under. So I'm going with a first 5 under 4.5 minus 115. And then double dipping. Am I going to get burned? It's possible. But, we'll see how these bullpens do, but I also have under 8.5 minus 103. We'll see how it goes. I kind of lean towards the Pirates here. Yeah, but I wasn't too sure. That was the thing. Actually, you know what? Let's scratch that. Let's scratch the under 8.5 and go Pirates. We'll go Pirates money line. All right. So we got first 5 under 4.5 minus 115, and then we'll go Pirates plus 109. I like that they're a home underdog. And it's a home opener for the Pirates as well. All right. Milwaukee Brewers minus 108. At Patrick on the mound against the Kansas City Royals. Minus 102. Luinder Avila's on the mound for the Royals. I think he's only has 2 career starts in the MLB. Both of them pretty good. He went 7 innings in both, and he pitched great. But Chad Patrick's pretty good. I like the Brewers here. I'm backing the Brewers offense is what I'm doing. Let's just say both of these pitchers are evenly matched. We go with the better offense, and to me, that's the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's go with the Brew Crew minus 108. All right, next game, Seattle Mariners minus 155. Brian Wu on the mound against the Los Angeles Angels plus 140 with Reed Detmers on the mound. We know Brian Wu's a monster. We know this Mariners offense and pitching staff is incredible, but Surprisingly, Brian Wu kind of struggles against the Angels. So here's another ugly dog we're going to take. We're going to take the Angels plus 140. I think with the Angels being at home, we could score an upset win. Again, this is MLB. It's Major League Baseball. Sometimes we have to take ugly underdogs. Can't just ride chalk. Otherwise, it usually doesn't end well. All right. Angels plus 140. Next game, Houston Astros minus 105. Christian Javier on the mound against the Oakland, Las Vegas, Sacramento Athletics minus 105. Jeffrey Springs on the mound. He's a lefty. Astros have been killing lefties this season. Astros offense is red hot. Athletics offense is kind of lukewarm. I would say cold. They've had one good game this season. I believe 2 wins, only one really good offensive game. Give me the Houston Astros minus 105. We're going to ride our Astros. We have them to win the division. Jordan MVP ticket. Let's go with the Astros. This is a great price against a left-handed pitcher. And I like Javier to bounce back. Atlanta Braves minus 116. Grant Holmes on the mound against the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 105. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound. I like the D-backs here. I said it yesterday. I like the D-backs getting plus money. They ended up getting killed by the Mets. So I think the Diamondbacks can bounce back. They do have pretty solid numbers against Grant Holmes. So I do like Arizona here. We're getting plus money, Snakes at home, and bounce back after an embarrassing game to end their winning streak. All right, last game of the night, New York Mets minus 131. Noah McLean on the mound against the San Francisco Fighting Vitellos, Gigantes, the Giants, plus 119. Tyler Mahle on the mound. I like this one. Pitchers duel. These guys played late last night. We saw a lot of runs yesterday. So I'm going first 5 under 4 runs, minus 110. Pretty small number, but we've got 2 pretty good pitchers. Noah McLean, he's a really good power pitcher. And I also like the Mets to bounce back here, minus 131. Noah McLean on the mound. I think the Mets offense is starting to wake up a little bit. I just think this is a perfect spot for the Mets. A price like this, minus 131 with McLean, I'll take it. All right, so that's all the games. Let's go ahead and run it down before we close this out. We've got the Cardinals plus 152. We've got the Marlins, Yankees first 5 under 4 plus 100. We've got the Marlins on the money line plus 151. We've got the Cincinnati Reds plus 149. We've got the Phillies, Rockies over 10 runs. We've got the Rockies on the money line plus 175. We've got the Indians plus 108. We've got the Orioles, Pirates first 5 under 4.5 minus 115. And also the Pirates money line plus 109. Spurs on the money line minus 108. Angels money line plus 140. Astros minus 105. D-backs plus 105. And then last but not least, Mets Giants first 5 under 4 runs minus 110. Also the Mets on the money line minus 131. Again, we had to keep it quick today. There's not going to be a lot of shorts because I've got to run. But for the diehards, I've got this video posted. Good luck to us, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.